The first one is how can we facilitate the procedure to reduce barriers. And we have a lot, especially within member states, and that I think it is important to ask for developing an assessment of national policy barriers to storage and combining policy strategy. For example, we have barriers concerning double taxation with grids. We have a lot of barriers concerning the way that the producers, the small-scale producers, are operating within the grid. So I think that one of the issues that we have to face is the how can we reduce barriers. The second one, and of course I think that we are at the same line with the other rapport there, is how can we increase the capacity of research and innovation. In this regard, we have a battle to give, and it is in front of us, and it is how can we increase funding for Horizon Europe, because it is important to have proper funding in order to develop our technologies, starting with hydrogen, on which we need much more clarification on behalf of the Commission on the new strategy. And of course, we need it as fast as we can, because we are all of us in favor to meet the targets at the milestone years for 2040 and 2030. But it is important, first of all, to facilitate the researches and then to scale up the project in order to meet the targets. So the second one is research and the proper funding. And the third one, allow me to say, is the role of infrastructures and the role of gas as only a transition fuel until 2030. But the existing infrastructures are assets that we cannot ignore. And according to the Commission, we need a huge amount of money, which is unaffordable, in order to have new infrastructures to facilitate the transportation, the transmission of hydrogen and green gases. So it is important to take into account that concerning stepping up storage, we have to have upgraded infrastructure, and we have to invest on it as soon as possible. In this regard, we secure our supplies. In this regard, we secure the affordability of the energy to the end users, and especially to the consumers and to the industry as well. Yes, I think that the Commission has already provided us with a lot of information, but I think that the investors and the potential succeed of our targets need more. In this regard, I would like to focus on the issue of infrastructures, because I think that it is of paramount importance. The revision of TEN regulation is needed as fast as we can. And at the same time, we need to amend the PCI criteria in order to have a more sustainable investment. Having said that, I would like to focus not only on sustainability, but also not to ignore the transition period. In Greece, we have two regions in West Macedonia and in Megalopolis that they are under transition, and the government has decided to shut down the lignite plants by 2024. It is a significant step forward, and in this regard, we need a transition period by using the existing infrastructure and gas. It is not something permanent, it is not a long-time solution, but it is a short and mid-term solution, and we have to take into account also the needs of the people in terms of sustainability of the energy supply. And having said that, I would like to insist on the hydrogen issue, because we need the clarification coming from the Commission, not only for the green gas, that I think that must be the priority, and it is the priority, but also for the other types of renewable gases, and also the blue hydrogen that they are now available, and maybe they can also become transmitted within the grid. Thank you.
Okay, so basically the different hydrogens, also blue hydrogens, or carbon-free or carbon-captured hydrogen, is something really what you...
And of course, allow me to add something. It is important at the end of the day, starting development in CCS and CCU technology, because it is requested, it is a need coming from the industry in order to facilitate the industry's transition in greener energy, because until we have the amount of energy that it comes from hydrogen to provide it to the industry, we need to have affordable energy for our industry as well, especially at this period of time due to the recession that we face in many member states.